I'm Anil Kumar. Let me thank my subscriber for posting an excellent question, and I hope its solution will help many others. The question is to find maximum from the graph of function f of x equals to 1 over 1 plus absolute x plus 1 over 1 plus absolute x minus 8. So the idea is to sketch the graph of this particular function. So let's look into a few things here. That is, the function f of x deals with absolute x. Denominator is never 0, right? So because 1 plus something absolute is positive, so f of x is continuous. So f of x is continuous. That means x belongs to real numbers along the whole domain, right? You also observe that we are having positive values, so we know f of x is always greater than 0. If x is very large, negative or positive value, then what happens? Then f of x will be approaching 0, but from the positive side, correct? So what I'm trying to say is that if I write a value of x which is, let's say, 100 or 1000, you'll get a small value but both positive. Even when x is very large negative value, then the function f of x will again approach 0 from the positive side. So that gives you an horizontal asymptote. So this gives you a horizontal asymptote. Which is y equals to 0. Perfect. So this gives us overall picture of how the function will look like. Okay. Now to find accurate graph, we should find some values. So it's a good idea to calculate some values. So let's calculate some values for the function. So what I'll do here is we'll just make a table here. And in this table, we'll write down x values and then calculate what is the function f of x equal to 1 over 1 plus absolute x plus 1 over 1 plus absolute x minus 8. Good values to take are, let us say we take minus 100. That becomes a very large negative value. In that case, I have 1 over 101 plus, if I plug in minus 100 here, then I get 1 over 1 plus. Absolute is always positive, so it is minus 109, which becomes 109, right? So 109. So that value is approximately equal to 0. Very small, right? 1 divided by 100, 0.001, correct? Approximately 0. Similarly, if I substitute a value which is plus 100, even then I get the same thing here. I get 101 plus, if I write plus 100, this would be let's say 92. 1 plus 92, correct? However, this is also very small. So what we are trying to say that the graph of the function will, let's sketch the graph here. That the graph of the function approaches 0 for a large value. Okay? Graph of the function approaches 0 for a large value. Now there are some critical numbers to look into. One of them is x equals to 0. So if I substitute x equals to 0, what do I get? That is 1 over 1 plus 0 plus 1 over 1 plus 8, right? Which is 1 plus 1 over 9 or 10 over 9. Slightly more than 1, correct? Okay, so let us say we have this line for 1. Okay, so this represents 1 for us. Then slightly more than 1 will mean the point is somewhere here. We are making a very rough estimate. Okay. Another critical number is 8. So if I write 8 here, what do I get? I get 1 over 1 plus 8 plus 1 over 1 plus 0, and that is also 1 over 9 plus 1, which is 10 over 9, correct? So at 8, let's say we have this 8 here. This is 0. Let's say this is 8 for us. We again get the same value, which is 10 over 9. So that becomes your maximum value. Do you see that? In between, we can calculate the value for 4. So we'll do here. So what is f of 4 equals to? So if I substitute 4, I get 1 over 1 plus 4 plus 1 over 1 plus 4, which is 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5, which is 2 over 5, correct? So which is approximately 20 by 50, 0.4. Okay. So if this is 1, half will be somewhere here. So we get a value which is slightly lesser than half, correct? So that becomes the minimum value. You can actually substitute other values also. So you can find what is f of minus 1, f of minus 2, what is f of 1, f of 2, and get more points on your graph. More or less, you'll get a graph which is like this. You see that? So it'll be like concave up all the time with these two maximums. So you can say the maximum is at these 2 points, at x equals to 8 and at x equals to 0. And from here we have the answer, which is the maximum will be at 0, 10 over 9, or at 8, 10 over 9. Is it okay? So the maximum value is 10 over 9, which you can see from the graph. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Feel free to post comments and your suggestions. Thank you and all the best.